Donnelly Lesmore, the wife of SPC Lucan Lesmore, made her first court appearance charged in the shooting death of the 11-year career policeman. Lesmore, who was attached to the Special Services Unit, was shot Sunday, 2nd September, hours after colleagues dropped him off home from a social gathering held at Marigot. His wife is said to have placed numerous mobile calls to the officer, and getting home, the two reportedly fought. It would be the final sound of raised voices neighbors would hear from the Lesmore household. Donnelly Lesmore took a bold walk to the courtroom, but her bravado stopped there. The accused, shying away from public viewing, shielded herself with a scarf. The mother of two, a teenage daughter and a young son, was charged in the shooting death of her husband. She's accused of shooting SPC 104 Lucan Lesmore while he slept around 5 a.m. last Sunday. The couple is believed to have been engaged in a heated argument after SPC Lesmore returned home 3 hours earlier from a social function with family and friends. Donnelly is said to have accused him of being with another woman. Those who know the couple well say fights were frequent between the two.
I saw them were fighting in my neighbor balcony. When I asked her to drop the husband, she refused and she started pushing, so I just turned my back and I go about my business.
The couple's landlord sometimes also served as a mediator. She issued them an eviction notice about 2 months ago, but not because of the disturbances. She says she often spoke to the deceased, encouraging him to leave the relationship.
He's a nice, quiet guy, respectable. That's all I know about him.
Why did you not interact much with his wife?
The wife is a kind of way hoggish like.
But a lot of people are talking about the type of relationship. You don't live too far from them, and as the landlord, did you have any reason to have to intervene in any fights they may have had? Did you witness any fights they may have had?
Yes, I witnessed one fight in my veranda. The two of them. I try and separate, but I could not reach the point where I could have separated them. In the fighting, is she that giving the man lick, so the man had to retaliate back. The child is there crying, and she's the one hitting the man, giving the man headbutts on his stomach. So the man had to give her some slaps, some punches.
Those who knew the couple best say there was a trust issue that kept the relationship volatile. In fact, Mrs. Lesmore tried to commit suicide on at least 2 occasions. In one instance, furious she could not get her husband on the phone, she threw herself in the path of an oncoming vehicle on the Millennium Highway. The couple's 6-year-old son is a witness in the homicide. Under the supervision of a clinical psychologist, police were able to obtain a statement from him. He has now been placed in the custody of his aunts.
Our priorities are to the care and custody of the child. Preliminaries indicated that at this juncture, particularly at the time of this incident, that in terms of availability of people to be with him, it was family. And even before he was handed over to the family, I had conversation with his mother, indicating to her what our options were as to whether we made him a ward of the state or whether having experience or being part of a scenario that was very traumatic. Her preferences in terms of who would have been his custodian in the interim, and what we got was blessings to have had him be with his family.
Donnelly Lesmore will face the court on 2nd November when a sufficiency hearing will be held. She's currently at the Bodley Correctional Facility.